In today's video, we're going to go ahead and go over arithmetic and geometric sequences in series number 1. So 1 and 2, it says if the sequence is arithmetic, find the common difference. It is arithmetic, so the common difference, remember, is how you get from one term to the next. So to get from here to here, I would subtract 100. So that is the common difference. The common difference is just how you get from one number to the next number in a pattern. All right, to get from 28 to 18, I subtract 10. So that is the common difference. So all you're doing here is you're just determining how do I get from one term to the next. Remember, if it's arithmetic, you add or you subtract. It's one of the two. So you might be adding if the numbers are increasing. You'll be subtracting if the numbers are decreasing. All right, next one, it says find the common difference and then the 3 terms in the sequence after the last one. So to get from here to here, I would add 6. So my common difference is plus 6 or 6. To continue the pattern, adding 6 to negative 21 gives me negative 15. Adding 6 again, negative 9. And adding 6 again, negative 3. Number 4, to get from negative 27 to 17, I would add 10. So my common difference is adding 10. So to continue to the next 3, the 3 plus 10 is 13, plus 10 is 23, plus 10 is 33. So the next 3 terms are as followed. All right, find the common difference, the term named in the problem, and the explicit formula. Explicit formula, all I want you to do is just substitute. So these are arithmetic problems because to get from the next term to the next term, I subtract 6. So my arithmetic formula for finding a single term is as followed. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So this will help you find a single term. So what I like to do is actually list out all of my pieces. So the common difference is the letter D, and that's negative 6. N is how many terms, and we are working with 39 terms. Okay. A sub 1 is represented by my first term, and my first term is 17. So now I can just plug everything in. So a sub n is going to be a sub 39 because that's the term we're finding. A sub 1 is the first term, so the first term is 17 plus n, which is 39 minus 1, times the common difference of negative 6. So I can do this straight into my calculator. To type that in, let me go ahead and type that in for us. So 17 plus 39 minus 1 times negative 6. And it's negative 211. So the value of a sub 39 is negative 211. So a sub 39, the 39th term, negative 211. All right, let's try the next one. So to get from 5 to negative 5, I would be subtracting 10. So my common difference is negative 10. My n value, I'm trying to find a sub 20, so 20 is my n value. That's how many terms I have. Okay, then I need a sub 1. So the first term is 5. So to plug it in, a sub 20 equals a sub 1, which is 5, plus number of terms minus 1 times the common difference of negative 10. Oh, let me go ahead and zoom out just a little. There you go. So to do this problem in the calculator, I'm just going to type it in how I see it. So 5 plus 19 times negative 10. Now, I just went ahead and did 20 minus 1. On the last problem, I left it as, 39 minus 1. You can do that, or you can just go ahead and subtract. I just wanted to kind of show you both options to see, whichever one you are comfortable with. So the 20th term is 185. In the next part, we're going to jump to geometric sequences. Geometric, to travel from term to term, you will either multiply or divide. So it's multiply or divide when you're working with geometric. So to follow our pattern, what do I do from negative 2 to get to 5? I multiply, not by 3, by 5. See if that pattern continues to work. Negative 10 times 5 does give me 50. So times 5 or 5 is represented as the common ratio. In the next problem, to get from negative 1 to positive 6, I would have to multiply by negative 6. Continue the trend, multiply by negative 6, it works. So the common ratio is negative 6. Now, one thing I want you to know, notice how all of these values are negative. It means that you will be multiplying by a positive. If the value, if the sign of the numbers alternate, you'll be multiplying or dividing by a negative. So that's just kind of a little trick to help you. So in the next set, it says find the common ratios and the next 3 terms. To get from negative 2 to 8, I would multiply by positive 4. Notice how they're all negative, so that's my common ratio. I'm going to find the next 3 terms in the sequence. So negative 128 times 4 is negative 512. Then I multiply that, I get negative 2048 and negative 8192. Let's try number 10. To get from 2 to negative 8, I would multiply by negative 4. So to continue the trend of our problem, negative 128 times negative 4 would be 512. 512 times negative 4 is negative 2048. And this would be positive 8192. Notice how in the first one, all of the values were negative, so we're multiplying by a positive. In number 10, they alternate, which means I would be multiplying by a negative. All right, number 11, find the common ratio, the term named in the problem, and the explicit formula. So common ratio, how do I get from 4 to 12? Well, 4 times positive 3 is 12. So to do our formula, it's a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1. So our first value is r. Our common ratio is 3. We are working with n terms, which is 9. And our a sub 1 is 4 because that is our first term. Now I'm going to plug in a sub 9 equals a sub 1 is 4. Our ratio is 3 raised to the n minus 1. So to do this in your calculator, which you can in fact do, go ahead and clear it all out. So to do this in your calculator, I'm going to do 4 times 3 raised to the n minus 1, which is 9 minus 1. It is very, very important that you put this number, the ratio, in parentheses when you're raising it to a power, because if you don't, what's going to end up happening is it's going to, if it's negative, it's going to come negative or positive. Like, you want to be careful if you're raising a negative number to an even power, because it's going to show up either negative or positive depending on if you put parentheses correctly. Now, let's say you didn't want to do it this way. You can do it one step at a time. So 3 to the n minus 8 is the same, n minus 1 is the same as 3 to the 8, and then I can just multiply that by 4, and you get the same answer, okay? So our a sub 9 value is 26,244. Now, your geometric sequences might be larger than arithmetic because you're multiplying, so if you're going up and increasing, the numbers can get quite large. So to get from negative 2 to positive 6, I'm going to be multiplying by a negative 3. So my common ratio to get from term to term is a negative 3. We are working with 12 terms, and my a sub 1 value is negative 2. Plugging it into the same formula, a sub 12 equals a sub 1, I should have wrote a negative 2 there, so a sub 1 is negative 2. Of course, now my pen is going to smear everywhere. Negative 3 raised to the 12 minus 1. So in a problem like number 12, it is very crucial, so let me zoom into that one. It's very crucial how you do this in the calculator. So whenever you're doing this in the calculator, you want to make sure that you put the r value in parentheses. So So negative 12, or here, I'll put this, negative 2 times negative 3 raised to the 12 minus 1, which is 11. You really have to make sure that you put it in parentheses. You want to be careful if it's negative. You could also do it this way. You could start over here, negative 3 raised to the 11 times negative. Of course, it would get mad here. Let me clear all that out since I'm a wreck. Oh my goodness. All right. I'll just start over. Negative 3 raised to the 11, enter, times negative 2. So just be mindful, and you can do it that way as well. So our 12th term is quite large. It is, so 12 is 354,294. Remember, the biggest difference between arithmetic and geometric, arithmetic you add and subtract to go term from term. Geometric you multiply or divide.